everyone, and welcome to Stretch and Tone Class with Denise. A big hello from Israel. And this week we're going to focus a little bit more on hip flexors and in also the pelvic region, pelvis and the groin. So we'll have some new stretches for that, as well as the ones we were working on for back. And our stretches that we had also been working on. I'm kind of changing it up each week a little bit, focusing on different areas, but we had also had some new exercises, about 2 weeks ago, I believe, for like our Achilles and a few other places. So we're going to add on to that. What you will need, of course, is a chair for balance, or a yoga block is an option. Definitely we will need a resistance band or a yoga band for part of the floor work, and a yoga mat or a towel or something that's comfortable for you to do some floor work on, because we will be doing that as well. We're going to start out in parallel, hip width apart, tailbone to the floor, belly button to spine, and it's like zipping up a coat and rolling those shoulders back and down. Let's start from the top and kind of work our way down, looking to the side and holding for a second. And center, and to the left, and center, and one more time each side, and center, and left, and center. Now, chin to chest slowly. Take our time and slowly lift that chin up towards the ceiling. Don't throw your head back, and back down. Slow and easy, taking our time, and then slowly back up and back to center. Ear to shoulder, chin to opposite armpit, pushing away with that arm. You can do that, making sure, if you want to, you're very careful, light pressure here. And center. Same thing, other side. Just pushing it away, getting a little stretch. This is optional here. And back to center. Now we engage that core, keep the core engaged the entire class, and we're going to soften the knees and roll those shoulders back. One at a time. And stop, shoulders forward, and one at a time. Isolating different areas of the body, and hold it here. Now make it a little bit bigger, and we're going to do 8. 4 more. Last one, and reverse. 4 more. Last 2. Good. We're going to take it down to the feet, and we're going to take a walk in place. We're hip width apart, parallel, and you can, this is where that chair comes in handy if you need it, pushing the floor away with the ball of the foot and up and down. Just taking a little walk. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold it here. Again, the chair is an option. To bring it down a little bit, just prop that toe on the floor and circle around at the ankle. Take your time. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, we're going to circle the other way. Lift that foot up off of the floor, and then let's step down and switch sides. And modified, and stop other way, and taking it up that little notch, and working on balance as well as that stretch. We're going to switch again. We're going to point and flex, and you're going to come up as you point, again, chair if needed, point and come up over the foot. So you're working the shins just a little bit, and as you flex that foot, you can always tap the floor with the heel. You're getting the Achilles as well, and the calf, and point and flex, and through the entire foot. Point and flex, last one, and step down. switching sides. So you're pushing that supporting foot into the floor. Think of kind of engaging the glute muscle and the inner thigh, the adductor, a little bit more to help with that balance, or that chair is always there. So you're pointing and flexing, nice, and stepping together. From here, we're going to turn for a minute. We're going to get that Achilles a little bit more. We're going to step about hip width apart, parallel. Little bend of the knees, lean forward just a little bit, and you should feel it right back there. And that should feel really nice. Or your hands are on your hips. You can stay facing me as well. You don't have to turn on during that to use that chair for modification. I'm going to step up and I'm going to turn the other way. Same thing. Just a little bit bent of a bend in the knees. I'm vertical through my torso. I'm feeling it on that back leg. And coming to the front. Now, again, the chair is here for balance, but we're going to do something just a little bit different. I'm going to move my chair. You know that you can always put your hand there if you need it. We're going to work those legs, or actually the hips just a little bit more, but you're also engaging those lower abdominals. You're going to lift that leg up, point those toes as you bring it up, a little bit of hip flexion, and swing the arms for 4 with that. 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, step shoulder width apart. We've been doing this a little bit as well, and again, it's working in that hip flexor area. You're going to open and close a door, a gate, whatever you want to call it, and it's a half circle, stepping out, and then the knee is bent and in. So I'm stopping right here, and as you can see, my torso is staying in place. So I'm not opening up. Okay, I'm staying in place, open and close one more time, and open and close. Let's switch sides, and open, good job, and close, keep going, and one more after this one, and open and close. Nice. Shoulder width apart again, parallel, and keeping the chest lifted, tailbones going to the back of the room, getting that inner thigh right here, holding it. And from here, other side. Now remember, keep that belly button to your spine. It really does help protect that lower back. Keep your head in line with your spine. Just listen to me as I tell you, we're going to switch up here so you're not putting any strain on the neck, and up we go. We're going to open it up from here. You can step together a little bit. I'm opening up from the hips. So if you want to, just kind of rock back into your heels a minute. Now soften the knees and open and hold it there. So that's your turned out position. We're opening right here where the hips are. So you've got stacked knee over ankle, hip over knee, ribs over hips, shoulders over ribs. We're going to open, have a flat inner thigh, knees are tracking over the big toe, second toe, and from here we're going to bring the arms up in front of the head in an oval, and then as we come down, they'll just, so as we come down, the arms come up, as we straighten, the arms come down. We're going to inhale on our way, with the arms coming up on our way down, and exhale the other way. So inhale here, as we straighten, exhale, and 2. Keep it going, take your time, just stop where you feel the stretch. Make sure those knees are not coming towards center, they're opening up. 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, stay here. Bring those arms out and hold it. 2, belly button to spine, very vertical through the torso. You're kind of like in a box, a square there. From shoulders to hips, and up we go. Shake it out for just a second. This is where the chair comes in handy. Sorry for that. Parallel, just swing the leg a minute. Just swing it. And not very high, it's really low. Switch and swing that leg. Just let it go. Okay, coming back. We're going to add some arms to this. We're going to do that chest extension. We're going to do that chest opener. And we're also squeezing those shoulder blades together. As we do this, we're coming into a runner's lunge. So we're adding the upper and lower bodies. So here we go. And the leg that goes back is the arm that comes down. And you're getting a little runner's lunge here. Both heels are down right now. Center and open. Good. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, last 2, 2, and 1. Nice. Now stay right where you are. And okay, put the heel down. Chairs here if you need it. Lean forward, getting the calf area as you come into that lunge. Now lift, coming into a lunge position, hip over knee, knee and hip in one line. Tuck the tailbone forward and feel that in your quad as well. And step back into that runner's lunge. Let's switch sides. Flat foot on the floor, pushing the floor away with those feet. And lift up and coming into that lunge position, push those hips forward. Feel that on the quad, it feels really nice. And back into our runner's lunge for a second. Nice, and step back to parallel. Let's get those arms just a little bit. We're in parallel, hip width apart. My knees are, I'm not locking them, never lock your knees. Knees are a little soft. I've got 2 options here. Here's our modified for those shoulders. Right here, patting yourself on the back or across with that L shape. And my shoulders are down. My neck is nice and long, and one line from the crown of my head to my tailbone. And switch sides. So modification and next option. Now let's get those triceps. Modification, and again, giving yourself a pat on the back, just giving yourself a little bit of a push back on that tricep, or bring it up and over, but make sure that that tailbone is in here, tailbone to the floor, belly button to spine, elongate that spine. Let's turn our head and looking up at the ceiling, stretch to the side, feels good. Up we go, and switch sides, modified, full out. Just listen to your body. So you're getting a good stretch, working your body in the way that's best for your body. And up we go. From here, palms come up, tailbone tucks under, belly button to spine, round the spine, chin to chest, and shoulders down. And you should be feeling that along the back. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. And up we go. One more time. And up to center, shoulders down. Circle those wrists as you bring the arms down. Now the other way, and face the arms to the front, palms down, and up, and down, and up. And remember, if you want to, you can hold it here. Whatever works best for you. And bring it to center. From here, we're going to go into a warrior 2. So parallel with one leg, the other leg's opened up. Hips are facing me, facing forward. Arms reach out. You're pushing that floor away, and reach and stretch. Bringing it all the way down the body. From fingertips down to that foot. Now it's like opening and closing a boat. So wherever it's comfortable for you to put that hand, and then follow it as you open. So bringing it down, find your comfort level, and up. One more time. Parallel, and let's switch sides. Arms out, hips forward, and reach. And stretch. Opening and closing. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. Last one. And up we go. step everything together. Now we're going to need that yoga mat, and you have options here. You will need your resistance band, bring it with you. You can put that chair to the side, you won't need it. If you need that yoga block, please bring it with you. We're going to start out on the floor, sitting. It's going to be seated. Again, two options here. So even though you're coming to the floor, keep that core engaged. Okay, I'm going to come back so you can see my feet. My feet are flexed. I'm going to start out with my right and push forward from the top again. Okay, and you can put a little pressure on there, not a lot, because you're going to get that shin. Then as you come up again, you got that little stretch. This is your modifier. You do not need to use that yoga block, but if you want to, it's there for you. So you're going to put it around the foot, and from here, point. So here we have a little bit added resistance, and flex, and point, and flex. Last time. And let's switch sides. This time I'm going to go ahead and start with that resistance band. If you don't have one, you already know what to do. So we'll go point and flex and point and flex. Two more and flex. And last one. Good, nice. You can set it to the side. We're going to use it after a while. And take your time. We're going to come up. Another one that's good for opening up here and getting in the hip area is that lean forward, that little lunge. You're getting it all in here. Okay, you can stay here. This is where the yoga block comes in handy. If you want to go ahead and use it, just take it to your side and put it here. You can keep your hands up here, wherever you feel that stretch. To the side here. Now, flat. The opposite hand's going to be right here flat on the mat. We're going to bring that arm up. If you would like to, you can tuck the toe on that bottom leg and lift that knee up and get a nice stretch here. Hold it. Pushing back through the heel on that back leg and bringing that knee down. Now this is where we get to hinge our hips back. We're sitting back into it, but still a flat back. Flex the foot, keeping that yoga block here if you need it. Other hand here, or not, or you don't have to use the yoga block, but keeping the head in line with the spine. It's a flat back, it's not rounded over. And where you feel that stretch, hold it there. Now, from there, I'm coming back up. I'm flattening the front foot, so my foot's flat on the floor. I'm holding it right here. Feeling that stretch up through the shin a little bit and bring it up. Let's switch sides. Same thing. Foot flat on the floor, lean forward. Go ahead and switch that yoga block to the other side if you're using it. Get that nice stretch. Arm up. And if you have any problems with the shoulders, just keep the arms down. This is a straight line from one arm right to the next, and you should be able to see your thumb if you're looking up. If you would like to at this point, tuck that toe on that bottom leg and push through the back of the heel. Let's bring it down. Now flex that foot and hinge back where you feel that stretch and hold it there. Flexed foot in front. I'm going to come back up a minute. Flat foot on the floor. I'm going to step back a little bit, making sure you can see my foot. And right here, so stay where you are, but I wanted to make sure so you're feeling that stretch right all the way up there. And back up. Now, the next thing we're going to do is work on the back just a little bit more. Okay, so we were working again on the hip area, behind the legs. We were getting a stretch in the hamstrings. We were working the hip flexors and the shin. Now let's work that back a little bit. So my feet are flat on the floor. My hands are, instead of under my shoulders right now, they're coming a little bit forward. My elbows are under my shoulders and they're going to stay right here. I'm thinking staying in that straight line from the crown of my head right now. I'm thinking down, straight line, crown of my head to my tailbone. But as I come up, I'm thinking of elongating the spine and not compressing the lower vertebrae. So I'm looking ahead, and I'm going to keep my hands right on, my forearms right on the mat. And I'm still getting a nice stretch here. Okay, through that back, hold it here. Now, if this feels good, stay here, come down, belly button to spine, very important. And if you want to, come up just a little bit higher if you feel that's good for your back and it feels good on your back. Keep that belly button to your spine, shoulders down and away from the ears. And down. We're going to do this one more time, belly button to spine, legs flat on the floor. And if you can bring it up a little bit higher, please do so. Looking forward and down at the mat. And down we go. Walk those hands back, coming up to all fours. We're going to get the back a little bit more into our cat-cow, knees hip-width apart, under the hips, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, hands flat on the, palms flat on the mat, and going to cat and cow. And cat and cow. One more time, and cat. And cow, and then we're going to go into that neutral spine, flat back, head in line with the spine. Toes together, open the knees a little bit more, sit back into your heels, walk those hands forward into your child's pose, getting the whole back here, and push those armpits into the floor. If you want to put that yoga block down and put your forehead on it, please do. Now let's walk the hands over to the right side, left hand on top of the right, coming down and feeling that stretch on that left side. Walking the hands over to the left, right on left. And back to center. And walk our hands back. We're going to take a seated position. So we got some really nice back stretches there. Now, sitting on the yoga block, if it feels more comfortable for you right now, shoulders back. We're going to go into our figure four. And I've got my leg opened up a little bit. I'm turning towards my leg. Okay, so here we are. My foot is flexed. Leading with our chin and chest, looking down at the leg and walking to where you feel the stretch. Walking it back, turning towards me, palm up, opening up and getting that side stretch. Bring that shoulder back a little bit, looking up at the ceiling. And center. Let's switch sides. Flex foot, same thing. Lead with the chin and chest, looking at that leg. And walking it back. Turning towards me, stretch it out, open that arm up a little bit, the shoulder looking up at the ceiling, feeling it all the way. Keeping our glutes on the floor, and up we go. And sitting up nice and tall, taking it forward, taking our time to get there, leading with chin and chest. You might not get very far on this one. You don't want to round it over right now. You want to keep that back flat, looking down at your legs, and shoulders down. Walk it back. Now, come to that butterfly position, and we've been doing this quite a bit too. Again, it's working that whole area here. So sitting up nice and tall. Soles of the feet together and butterflies. Now, hinging forward. If you want to put the forearms on the inner calf here and kind of open up a little bit more, great. If you want to keep them inside the elbows in, that's okay too, just as long as you're getting that stretch. And back to center. 2 more times like that. Hold and stretch it out. Again, your gaze is forward and down. And back to center. Last time. Hold and stretch. And back we go. Now I'm going to give you 2 options for this next one, which is our frog position, one of my favorites. I'm going to move my mat over just a little bit. Okay, so when we start out, I'm going to bring my head up. You're going to lay flat on the mat. Just relax the torso and the head and neck. One leg can just open and close, kind of like doing a clam exercise for those inner thighs. And just open and close right here for a minute, and then just let it hang open right here, okay? Then you would do the same thing with the other side, just opening and closing, but I'm not turning my whole body. Just, you might not get very far, and that's okay. Just right here, that's great. The other option, full out, so I'll tell you when to switch. If you're gonna modify, just bring one leg open. Otherwise, soles of the feet together, both legs open, hold it here and relax into it. And breathe. Arms are to your side. If you're doing the one side, hold it here. Now, if that leg was open and this one was up, bring them together and switch sides. Otherwise, stay in that frog position. Both legs together and straight out in front of you. Flex those feet. We're going to do something for that hip flexion a little bit, and you're just going to relax here. I'm going to bring my head up so I can talk to you. You're going to take either leg, it doesn't matter, you're going to work both, and just bring it up and down. It's not very high, we're not going high yet. 3, 4, and hold it. 2, hold it right here. And bring it down. Now bring that knee into the chest. Hold it here. And release it. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. And lift and lower. Not very high. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. A few more. And hold. Your head is on the floor. You're just listening to my voice. And bring it down. Now bring that knee into the chest. Great. Now put both feet on the floor. Just turn for a second. Roll yourself to your side, because this is where that band is going to come in handy. Okay, so both knees are bent to start. Feet flat on the floor. If you have a band, go ahead and put it around the arch of your foot. If you don't, I'm going to go through the modification first. We're going to extend that leg, head's on the floor, so keep that head on the floor. Flex that foot and hold it here. And modifying, I'm just holding on to my calf. I can put one hand on my thigh, on my hamstring, and then on my calf, wherever it's comfortable for you. Then bring that knee into your chest. Now extend both legs. If you have the band, you've done this class before, you know that we're going to go into our windshield wipers. You're going to bring it across where it's comfortable, supporting that leg. Other arms coming out to the side, doesn't have to be deep. Then opening up and supporting the leg again if you don't have a band. Okay? And I'm just going to take this leg at modified. Take your time, no rush. This time, bring the leg over and hold it. Now, opposite side open and hold it. Bring both your leg in and up. Take the band off if you have it. Bring your knee into your chest. Hold it here a minute. You're not holding the knee. You're holding on the top of that leg, on the calf area, shin, and around, circling, stirring the pot other way. And foot down. Let's switch legs. I'm going to use a band on this leg and extend. So and bring that knee into the chest a minute. Extend both legs. Now our windshield wipers, taking our time. This time as you bring the leg across, let's hold it there. And open and hold. Taking our time. Bring it back to center, bring that other leg in, and bring that knee into the chest. Then stir the pot, and the other way, and feet down. Okay, for our next exercise, as we cross, you can stay with your legs on, your foot on the floor. You don't have to lift the legs, and just slight pressure on the inner thigh. Otherwise, you can lift the leg, thread the needle, hold underneath that hamstring. And let's switch sides. Same thing, other side, modified or take it up and hold it here. And bring it down. From here, arms out to the side in a letter T. Bring your legs side to side. Now bring them all the way over and going to your side. Top leg's going to come over. Both knees are bent, and you can put a little pressure on that leg if you want to. Holding it here. Both legs together. To the other side, same thing. Both legs together. Now let's bring both legs hip width apart. Belly bent to spine, arms down to the side, palms flat on the floor. Tuck the tailbone up and bridge up, a little bridge right here. And slowly coming down one vertebrae at a time. Again, bridging up. And coming down one vertebrae at a time. Last one, bridging up. And down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Now bring both legs about shoulder width apart or underneath the knees, flexing the feet, your sole area here,
arch of your foot, and get a back massage. And happy babies, you go back and forth, holding it here. And legs come down. Now we're going to stretch and end the class with getting rid of all tension. You can bring your arms to your side wherever you feel. You can get that stretch from your toes to your fingertips. And then release it. Arms come to your side, palms up, closing your eyes. And just listen to my voice and to the music. You're going to release all tension. So clear your mind of any thoughts right now about what's going on in the day, things that you have to get done. Just go to a relaxed and happy place. And breathe. Now, I want you to think of removing all tension from your body. You should feel like Jell-O by the time we get done with this section. So, you're going to breathe normally. You're going to work with gravity and think of sinking into that yoga mat as I go through the toes all the way to the fingertips. So, starting with our feet, and let all tension release from those toes and from your feet. And now from your calves, past your knees and thighs. So everything's just heavy into the mat. Now release that tension from your glutes, lower back, middle back, and upper back. And breathe. And releasing all tension from our shoulders, neck and head. Now past your upper arms, and let all tension go in your forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. And you should be totally relaxed and breathe. Now think of along your rib cage, your diaphragm as a big balloon. We're going to inhale through the nose and expand, exhale, and let it all just collapse in. And here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. And breathe normally. Slowly bring yourself into your fetal position. Knees bending, coming to the side of your body. Top hand flat on the floor. And slowly, slowly, slowly bring yourself up to your seated position. Sit however it's comfortable for you. Just get those glutes, those sits bones on the floor. Zipping up the coat again, belly button to spine, rolling that shoulder down. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourself today and you have a wonderful day. See you again next week.